I'm Sal.
I'm Beth.
We are the Brewery Lovers. Here to tell you about our trip to Georgia.
Yep.
The state, not the country. Can't drive there in a Winnebago. Don't think. Not yet.
But I have the translator on my phone if
We did.
we happen to end up in the country.
For some reason, yeah, that's another story. We had a really nice sunset coming in. We came in from
South Carolina.
South Carolina, and they have that bridge from South Carolina to Savannah is really gorgeous. But Savannah, if you've never been, is just drop dead beautiful. It's just incredible. We biked around. We had good weather, fortunately.
It's probably one of the prettiest cities I've ever been in my life. Just all these gorgeous live oaks that are just dripping with Spanish moss and gorgeous architecture. It was just so beautiful.
Yeah, you'll see a little bit of that sprinkled in here and there in between breweries. Our first was our Harvest Host. This is actually where we stayed.
Correct.
We really liked their...
It was called Cherry Plum Sour Brown.
Yeah, they're known for their brown ales. They do some barrel aging. The place was very dark.
I'm going to open this. Wow.
And no frills. It was Christmas time, and, here's Dancer.
Speaking of no frills.
This is Dancer the morning after. Looks like he had a rough night.
I'm opening a beer.
Yes, what are we opening?
Shinerbach.
From
Texas.
We're drinking Texas beer for the Georgia video. Why?
A recent Harvest Host was basically a convenience store. And they said they had beer, so
They did. They had
we
beer.
went in and we bought beer. But this was the craft beer they had.
That was the only independent beer they had. As far as we know, Shiner's Spätzle is still independent. It's actually pretty nice. It reminds me of Yingling Lager, which is international amber, but a lot more flavorful and much smoother. It's got a real nice malt balance. It's lightly hopped, but it doesn't really taste like Bock beer, like
Cheers.
genuine German Bock beer, but
it's not German
it's kind of
Bock.
like an American Bock, if there is such a thing. It's pretty nice. We should show it. Beautiful color.
Nice carbonation.
Yep.
Good head.
I really like everything about it. I hadn't had this in years, so it was kind of nice to have it again and really kind of enjoy it. Oh, here's Beth visiting Juliet Gordon Lowe. Who's Juliet Gordon Lowe?
She founded the Girl Scouts.
Okay. And her estate is in Savannah. Oh,
She
that's
was
her.
from Savannah. And that's her dog, whose name is Scout.
The dog, of course, is called Scout. Okay, over to Moon River. What do you said something about ghosts?
Oh, it's probably one of the oldest, most historic, and haunted buildings in all of Savannah.
All right. Really interesting inside the old wooden bar and all this wood paneling. We did not have a beer inside, however. We were outside because the weather was just nice enough. It was a little bit rainy.
So we stayed out with our bikes.
It's something you don't expect to see in a Georgia brewery. An old Schmidt sign. This is a classic Philadelphia brewery from eons ago. You can see it's had a couple of bumps over the years. We also saw a bunch of Yingling signs down in the south.
We have seen a lot of
Yeah.
Yingling.
Anyway, another Pennsylvania brewery. A bunch of stuff on tap. They had a lot of Brewiana trays and like that old Spitz clock. They had a lot of neat tchotchkes. We liked their black IPA. Am I right?
Yep.
No, Schwarzbier.
Yes, they had a Schwarzbier and a hazy IPA.
Yeah, the Schwarzbier was
hazy
nice.
IPA.
Yeah, the Schwarzbier was nice. It was super dry and toasty, and it wasn't real malty, and
It was good.
it had a kind of a lager character. It didn't taste fruity like ale. It was correct. It was nice. Another beautiful Savannah square. We played trivia one night, and one of the questions was, how many squares are there in Savannah? I don't remember.
It's 22.
Oh, she remembered, see? Number.
Got to learn something at those trivia nights. We didn't do very well at trivia night at Coastal Empire. We did actually really bad. It was all sports and Savannah trivia.
Sports and local trivia.
Yeah, that was not our forte, but we had fun, and I learned something.
Not a brewery. This is St. John the Baptist Church. Look at this place. Holy cow. We don't usually do the touristy thing in the brewery video, but this place was...
It was so pretty.
Yeah. Just, wow. That's all you can say. This vaulted ceiling, stained glass. It was cool because everything's painted white and blue. It was real bright. You expect to walk into a Catholic cathedral and you expect it to be dark. Like lots of dark wood. But this place was super bright and airy. It was just amazing. There's the pipe organ, of course. Got to shoot the pipe organ. Didn't hear it, unfortunately. Nobody playing that day. Would have liked to. Okay, on to service. Service is all about service. Veteran-owned. So the theme is all about what are you doing to serve your fellow man kind of thing.
Yes.
But more importantly, beer was really good.
Beer was very good.
Nice place. Big. We find the breweries outside of New Jersey tend to be a lot bigger than what we're accustomed to. This place was ginormous. My only complaint, you couldn't see the brewery from the tasting room.
Right.
Yeah, there was little tiny sliver, and you could see like a stack of cans. That was it. I mean, I know most people don't care about that, but I find it interesting. I like to see what's going on in the breweries. Plus, you can see how clean it is. Because normally, if the brewery's crazy clean, the beer's generally pretty good. It's not always. It's not a guarantee, because the brewer still has to know what he or she's doing. But it's usually a good sign if the brewery's very clean. And we find that in most places. Tons of stuff on tap. They had a great selection. And what do we have?
Our favorite.
What do we like, I should say?
Our favorite was called Compass Rose IPA.
An IPA, okay.
Yeah. But everything on that flight was great.
Oh, here's the blue seltzer.
Yeah. Somebody at the next table had the blue seltzer.
Was it blueberry? I forget.
I don't know, because we didn't drink it, but I just love the color.
I was like, what is that blue stuff?
It was World Cup action going on in there.
Yeah, that was a lot
of people cheering for the World Cup game.
That was an exciting day. It was semifinals, I guess. Here's Forsyth.
Yeah. One of the pretty squares.
One of the really pretty squares with the big fountain. Okay, not a brewery. We just rode past this place. I said, oh, man, we got to go.
We had to stop.
We kind of have a soft spot in our hearts for anything English, especially related to beer. In fact, we thought they'd have a lot more English beer. They didn't.
They had mostly local beer.
The beer selection was good, but they didn't have any like real ale from England. But this place was just
adorable.
You blindfold somebody and walk them up here, you're going to think you're in London. It's just that correct.
It was like a scene out of Muppets Christmas.
It really was. And I never saw so many Toby jugs in one place. Here's the beer taps. A nice selection. Never saw so many Toby jugs in one place, at least outside of England. I mean, everybody you could think of. Pirates, queens, kings, presidents, prime ministers. Just, wow. Probably some major bank there.
Yep,
just in Toby jugs. But a beautiful place. Look at that tin ceiling.
We split a beer there.
Here's another unbelievably gorgeous square with all the
You have
Spanish
to walk your
walls.
bike through the squares.
Mm-hmm.
Not supposed to ride through the squares.
Okay, not a brewery. Here's what happened. We actually ate out in a restaurant. We ate food in a restaurant. Mark your calendar. You know why? Because it was an accident. We wanted barbecue.
Right.
We figured try Georgia barbecue, Alabama barbecue, Memphis, all the places we're going. Well, so we did looked on Yelp, and this place was like number 2 or 3
in Savannah.
And it was real close to where we were. We're on bikes. It's like, okay, let's go over there. Well, it was not a barbecue place.
It was a restaurant. We got some barbecue.
They had some barbecue-ish things. But what an amazing place. Crystal Beer Parlor.
Barbecue and collards.
Grits and pulled pork, collard greens. But look at this old bar. It was just like a classic almost roadhouse, and all this old pictures on the wall. They even had a payphone. Who has a payphone?
One of the staff members was wearing a kilt.
That's true. Yeah, really awesome place. We had a great time, and the food was really good. It wasn't barbecue, but it was really good.
Local beer. Don't ask me. I don't remember what we had.
Yeah, I don't remember either. In fact, it's funny because we said, oh, that one. And he said, no, we're out of that. And it was like confused. Like we have no idea what we had. But we know it was good. But look at this. Onion rings, collard greens. We never, ever show you guys pictures of food. Fried green tomatoes. The cornbread was, forget about it. It was really a great meal. And, sometimes we do eat food. We do. Really loved Hop Atomic. Hop Atomic was it looked like an old gas station or something.
Maybe.
That was converted. Just
kind of a little on the edge of town, not in the real historic district, but it had a great space. It had great outdoor space.
And boy, was the beer good.
The beer was excellent.
So
really pretty cocktails.
dual IPA. I forget what that meant. A hazy, a cherry. Oh, the cherry sour was nice. And an alt beer. You don't get alt beer very often.
No.
Anytime we see anything like alt beer, Schwarz beer,
California Common.
California Common. They're not typically found in a micro. So all these beers were super good, super solid, and the place is gorgeous. A lot of marble, and it's super bright, and it's small and intimate. They also had a nice patio. Okay, this is not Savannah. This is the one Georgia brewery we did outside of Savannah because this was
It's in Richmond Hill, Georgia.
Thank you, Richmond Hill. This was our harvest host.
It's Viking themed.
I had to look it up. And I'm a word guy. Debilation means complete destruction of an enemy in warfare. And it's like, okay, that's what you named your brewery. But then you realize they're really into Viking stuff.
And they're veterans.
And
so
yeah,
they have
also
a military
veteran-owned.
background.
Real buttoned up place. Super clean. You'll see the brewery here. Oh, here's Beth playing ping pong.
Well, there was a kid that needed somebody to play with him.
Right. And where did the ball go?
One went under the food truck, one went into the brewery.
It's the brewery. There's a ping pong ball in there somewhere.
I think the boy he was definitely a child of an employee, so I don't think we were going to get in any trouble.
No, definitely not. Super clean brewery. Very small. I'll tell you what, the guy's doing a really good job. The owner is also the brewer. Really nice job. Beers were excellent.
And it was an awesome harvest toast for
really
our
was.
harvest toast friends. They had that down to a science. Somebody ran out with a clipboard as soon as we pulled in.
Yeah, we never had that before.
We've never had any. They told us exactly where to park, how to park. The lot gets locked up at night, so you feel completely secure. They give you an ID code to get in and out if you need to. It was a really great harvest toast. So.
And the band.
And it was fun. We hung out with local people who had their debilation house mugs.
Oh yeah, they were the mug club.
And there was a band or
Place was
a
crowded.
duet.
Band was amazing. Seldom sober. They specialize in old traditional
Irish music.
Irish and like sea shanties. And they were great.
They were so fun.
Yeah, guitar and
Violin. So, if you're harvest toast and you're traveling through Georgia, put that one on your list.
I'm out of beer.
Oh, what crisis.
Hole in my glass. You got to stop giving me glasses with holes in the bottom.
I can only carry so many glasses in this rig.
That's our Georgia. I'll wait for you to come back.
Okay, I'm back.
That's our Georgia report. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yep. Cheers.